You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension of sound. A dimension of sight. A dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of things and ideas. You've just crossed over into the Twilight Zone.
It would be a world with no sugar to put in your coffee. In fact, all food itself would remain bland and lifeless. Sucrose is an organic compound most commonly used as a sweetener with a formula of C12, H22, and O11. It is a disaccharide consisting of the monosaccharide glucose as well as a monosaccharide of fructose. The polysaccharide sucrose, most commonly known as table sugar, can be seen in various sodas, candies, and even processed foods we know well today. Of course, however, it took a while for sugar to become what it is today, from just a simple polysaccharide.
I guess I could use one of those.
Now you're talking. Hey, waiter! We need another one over here.
There you go.
Ooh! Boy, Pat, that hit the spot. I'm feeling better already.
Yeah.
Waiter, let's get another round over here.
Sugar is thought to have used by man in 510 BC. It originated in Polynesia, and then it was spread to other countries such as India when Polynesia attacked India. Sugar was brought to the Western Hemisphere throughout the Crusade era, although at that time it was still seen as a luxury, only for a few people to have. 4 centuries later, when Columbus sailed to the Americas, he took sugarcane to grow in the Caribbean. The climate there was suitable for the Caribbean, and thus new spices were traded to the New World. In America, large plantations and slaves increased the amount of sugarcane produced and used in American culture since it was easily available. Today, sugar is mainly still used as a sweetener in a lot of different foods, but there are future applications for sucrose which will be discussed next. The energy found in sucrose can be used as a battery, which is called a biofuel, much like the batteries that we put into our remote controls or other electronic devices. Another interesting application for sugar is biobatteries. The device is able to harness common biological processes to generate electricity. Most biobatteries are unable to generate large amounts of power, but researchers recently developed a prototype version that has the potential to be lighter and more powerful than the batteries typically found in today's portable electronic devices, including smartphones. Using the same energy that this body uses for cellular metabolism, which decomposes sugar into carbon dioxide and water while releasing electrons, biobatteries produce energy through the same conversion process by capturing the electrons that are generated in the decomposition of sugar with the same tools that the body uses. And since they are biological based, they are renewable, non-toxic, making them an alternative to traditional batteries that need materials and chemicals to operate. These batteries also last longer than your typical phone battery. If we use sugar as your fuel, your phone battery could last up to 10 days. These batteries are able to function using enzymes that allow the reactions within the battery to take place. The main goal of this battery is it to be able to extract all of the electrons using the fewest enzymes possible. In order to do this, they have developed an enzyme cycle, also known as an enzyme pathway, which uses fewer enzymes than the body does to convert sugar into fuel. However, in the current battery state, the power output is still too low for many devices, and the lifetime of the cell is too short, as it cannot be recharged. However, researchers are still hopeful for this method to be used in the future for all cell phones. Since the invention of artificial organs, scientists have been looking at ways to use this new technology. However, one obstacle of this is how to keep the artificial organs recharged and working. Scientists are looking to use the body's own fuel, or glucose, in order to power these artificial organs. These are called glucose biofuel cells, and they rely on enzymes that harvest electricity from chemical reactions, such as a combination of glucose with oxygen. This is still in its prototype stage, but scientists are hopeful that this will be able to be used for patients who need an artificial heart or pancreas. We have looked at how sucrose has been a fuel for other things, but we haven't looked at yet how it is a fuel for our body as well. Basically, without the sugar found in both glucose and sucrose, we would not be alive. Through a process of cellular respiration, the glucose and other sugars that we eat in our foods are broken down into usable energy that our body can harvest. This usable energy is ATP, or adenine triphosphate. The energy from ATP fuels every metabolic process in our body, including blinking, breathing, and even thinking. Next, we will explore in depth how cellular respiration works and how sugar is used to fuel our bodies.
Cells break down food molecules, such as glucose, through multi-step pathways. In the process of glycolysis, the breakdown of one glucose molecule into two 3-carbon molecules produces a net gain of energy that is captured by the molecules ATP and NADH. In eukaryotes, the breakdown product, pyruvate, is imported into mitochondria, where it ultimately feeds into the citric acid cycle and the electron transport chain.
After glycolysis, the pyruvates enter the Krebs cycle, or also known as the citric acid cycle, and they go through steps of carbon intermediates until the new product enters the ETC, or electron transport phosphorylation. Here, oxygen is the final receptor, and 32 ATP as a total of cellular respiration are made. All in all, I think it is easy to say that sucrose is definitely a wonder compound. It is all natural, occurring in the sugarcane root and various other vegetables, including corn and other fruits as well. The glucose within the sucrose is used to fuel our bodies, as well as fueling other things in the future, such as artificial organs and cell phones. The opportunities are endless.